What's going on, guys? I'm Bill and welcome to Bill's How To. Today I'm going to show you guys how to install a tap and also a pop-up waist for a vanity or basin top. Let's get straight into it, guys. Let's do this. Alright guys, so I'm going to be replacing a vanity for a customer tomorrow, so I thought I'd quickly show you guys how to install a new pop-up waist and also how to install a brand new tap. Now these are very simple and easy to do. Make sure you watch this video because you're going to save a lot of money by being able to do it yourself. We're going to first start off with our tap. So I'm going to quickly open up this tap here. That way you guys will know exactly what's involved step by step all the way through. Once you do or see one tap, they're pretty much exactly the same all the way around. All the different styles of taps, you're going to pretty much have the exact same concept. So we've got the main body of our tap here in this little protective bag. So that there is the body of the tap. It comes with two little bags of goodies in here. So obviously we've got our hoses. Don't be intimidated. This is an easy DIY task that anybody out there can do. Okay, these are color coded, blue for cold and red for hot. If we have a look at the bottom of the tap here, you'll notice there's a little C there for cold, and on the other side we've got H for hot. So they're very hard to get wrong. Simply take the blue one, that's for our cold, and we'll line that one there up with the C. Thread it on. It only needs to be on hand tight. Just put it on nice and snug. It's got a little O-ring in there, so that's going to seal up nicely. Just simply twist that one there on. Once you feel that O-ring bite, just give it a nice little snug tight fit. Do the same thing with our red one, which is our hot. Same thing there. Twist that one there on. Once again, make sure it's nice and snug. So now we can take our second bag of goodies. All right, we've got an Allen key that we don't really need in this case here. We've got our O-ring, which is going to simply slide up and over these two little hoses here. Slide that all the way up, and that's going to sit on the base of our tap. So you'll see there's a little recessed area here. That O-ring simply sits in there, and that's to stop any water from getting in through that hole. So just make sure you always put that O-ring in, and that it's nice and sealed off on that top area. Next thing we're going to do, we'll leave these ones here on the side, which is just basically two little washers. We've got a rubber and a metal one. This side here, we've got our nut, and we've also got our bolt. So if we have a look at the bottom here, one side of it will have a little slot and the other side doesn't. So with the slotted side, make sure that's facing down. And the reason why we have that is if for whatever reason it goes a little bit loose over time, if you're lucky, you might be able to use a flathead screwdriver and just simply tighten that one there back up. Most of the time you'll be using the bolt here, or the nut, sorry, to tighten everything up. So once again, on the base here, make sure that slotted section is facing down so that it's exposed. I might actually take this nut here off, makes it a little bit easier, and just simply thread that right on. That's it, nice and simple. So when we install this tap, we need to use this little nut here to tighten everything into place. Obviously, we've got a lot more room to work with here, so I can use an adjustable wrench to simply tighten that on. Most of the time, this one here is going to be already installed. It's going to be a little bit tight. So what you need is a set of tube spanners. This thing here is going to make your life so much easier, especially in tight areas. You can simply get your nut, drop it in, figure out which size you need, which is this one right here. So I'll quickly open this one here up. I'll put the links in the description in case you guys want to get your hands on them, because they will make your life much easier. Once again, simply test it, make sure we've got the right size, which we do there. So we can put this one here on the side. Now with these two little washers that we've got here, we've got a metal one and a rubber one. So make sure that the rubber one is facing up. If you get confused, the easiest way to think about it is the rubber is going to be the protective one. So make sure that one there is going up against the ceramic so you don't actually damage your surface. So now you can take the tap, slide those hoses through one at a time, because it'll make it a lot easier to fit through. We'll drop this one here on its side so that you guys can see a little bit easier. We'll now take these two washers here, making sure that the rubber one is facing up the top to protect that ceramic. We'll take our nut and just simply thread that one there on hand tight. Once it's on hand tight, you can then move the position of the tap around until it's 100% sealed off over that hole. And also make sure that it's centered into the middle. So once we've got that right where we're happy with. You can then tighten it a little bit more by hand. Alright, so that's looking pretty good there. It's not going to move around now. Tilt it back on its side and we can take our tube spanner, slide that one there in, and I can tighten it a little bit more by hand. And then we can use our little ring here or a little key just to make sure that's completely snug. So we'll drop that one there through the holes on the bottom, turn that one there over, and that's going to tighten it up for us. Alrighty, that's now all done. Our tap is completely installed. The only thing you'd have to do is actually connect your hot and cold to your shut-off valves, and that one there is ready to go. That one is very, very simple to do. We'll now move on to our pop-up waist. So now it's time to install our pop-up waist. If we have a look from the top, this is generally all you see: pop up, pop down, also known as a click-clack. We've got a 40mm PVC adapter here for our trap in case you need it. However, for installation, we don't actually need this one now, so I'll put it aside. A couple things before you get started. The sizing, these come in two main sizes, 32 and 40mm. Vast majority of times it's going to be a 32mm, which is what we've got in this case here. We've also got an overflow feature. So this little hole that you see here and also on the back is an overflow feature. The easiest way to know if you've got an overflow feature or not on your actual vanity top is to look for a little hole. You'll notice there's a little hole here that prevents the water from overflowing from the sink or vanity and will simply enter in through here, come in through the back of the ceramic, and then enter in through these holes. So if you've got an overflow feature, make sure you buy one with an overflow feature on the pop-up waist. If not, buy one without the overflow feature. Last thing to look at is if we remove these two locking nuts, you'll notice we've got two rubber seals. Now, generally speaking, you can use these two rubber seals to install it and everything will be fine. Simply put that rubber seal on the top here, slide it all the way through, push that in through the top, same thing on the bottom, and screw it together. Everything will be fine. However, what I prefer to do is to apply silicone instead, and the reason for that is if you don't get these 100% right, or if you've got a very small leak and you don't notice it at first, over time that leak will increase and will become a problem. So I prefer not to use these rubber seals and simply apply silicone. Now, some people don't like using silicone because they think that it's going to be difficult to remove in future. It's not that difficult to remove. You just simply break the seal. Most of it will come out nice and simple, and you can clean any excess off. Remembering we're using silicone, which is a sealant, not an adhesive. So if you've got an overflow, just make sure the hole is facing the hole at the back here, which is inside this little drop-in section right here. So when you drop it in, make sure the hole's facing towards the back so that it can actually take in that water. I'm going to show you guys how to apply silicone and install the pop-up waist. So we're going to apply the silicone straight onto our pop-up waist. I see a lot of people struggling to apply it inside without creating a mess. Make sure you apply it to this little pop-up waist here. Also use a clear silicone that's not going to show discoloration like white silicone will. So just simply drop it on its back, start applying that silicone, and you'll notice it'll start to rotate, so you won't have to do your little fancy maneuvers. So there we've got a nice bead of silicone. Click that one there over, and we're going to drop that one there straight into that hole. So once again, just making sure that you've got the hole facing the right way. Drop that one there in. You can hold it from the back if you like, just to center it all. Press that one there in. And now we're going to flip this one here over and we're going to work from the back. So on the back, we're going to repeat the exact same process. Make sure you get a nice bead of silicone, filled up all that gap that you've got down on the bottom. A little bit of overkill is fine down here. It's not an exposed area, so you're not going to see it. But what you want to do is make sure that you've got a nice watertight seal. So like I said, a bit of overkill here doesn't matter. We can take that locking nut, thread that one there on, and we're not going to clamp it just yet. We're going to make sure everything's nice and square on the back end before we completely tighten this section here down. So once you're happy with your final position, you can then tighten everything, make sure it's nice and snug. So then you can clean off any excess that has come out because we've now clamped that one down. So you should have just a little bit of silicone that's made its way out. Clean it off with your finger first, and then make sure you clean that one there up 100% while it's still nice and fresh. And once that's all done, we've now got a new tap and pop-up waist completely installed. Nice and simple, do it yourself from home and save yourself some money. If you want to learn how to completely remove an old vanity and replace it with a new one, check out my other videos because I'll show you guys step by step how to do that as well. Hopefully you've all enjoyed this video and you've learned something new. As always, like, comment and subscribe. Until next time, I'm Bill. Thanks for watching Bill's How To.